Welcome back, guys. We're checking out Baki, Son of Ogre, chapter 115, entitled The 501st Year. Obviously, that's Baki. Super cool art. Retsu-san. My good friend. I heard a stupid rumor. They say that because I lost my match against Pickle in the Korakuren, the Shinshinkai organized a hunt for Pickle and wanted to defeat him in order to avenge me. I want to know whether this is true or not. It was my idea. That was uncalled for. How absurd that the guys I'm training suddenly decided that they can go and take on the guy that surpassed me in a fight. What were you thinking? Exactly. That's exactly what I said in the last video. Well, in a previous video. There's no way. How could you think that if your master was defeated that the students were going to go avenge him? The master was defeated. The master, what are you doing? Retsu-san, you are completely right. You are my mentor and guide in martial arts. Trying to avenge you was out of line and we were overconfident, but we just couldn't stay still. I was informed that even the best techniques of the great Retsu had no effect on the battle against Pickle, and yet I still want to test the limit of my skills, my karate, and the ultimate challenge. I knew it. Even if you try to use elegant words or poetic quotes or taking on a noble crusade to avenge a friend that you owe gratitude, eventually the true reason comes out naturally. Revenge is just a convenient slogan to justify your own actions. I always want to beat the invincible. We are that sort of creatures, and that makes you believe that your karate can do such a thing. Who knows? I already know that this is not the kind of battle that you should accept relying only on your odds of winning. Katsumi, you have changed. His hair looks super cool. I'm glad his face healed after dealing with Doyle. Thanks. My life has changed in some way, but I still have a lot to pass on to future generations. Katsumi, listen, would you like to take over and represent the year 4001 and continue the tradition of 4,000 years of Chinese martial arts? Karate, the way of the empty hand. Its history traces itself back to the Shusang province in China. It soon got across to the Ryukyu Island, Okinawa, and it evolved into a unique local style that could stand a challenge against other combat methods. Karate evolved, making great advances in that location. In the 11th year of the Taisho era, 1922, Gichin Funakoshi brought it over to mainland Japan. During this period, many prominent teachers influenced the spread of karate in Japan and eventually all over the world. Katsumi, karate is still young. Even if we go back as far as we can, it's only 500 years or so. Today, when others are celebrating the accomplishment of 501 years in mastering this particular fighting style, only you will be mastering an art that's almost 3,000 years ahead of them. I am grateful. I, Retsu-Kaio, wish to be the one that will pass the traditions and knowledge on to you. I appreciate the kindness of your offer. However, shock. If it's young as it comes, if it's still raw as it comes, I want to show the full power of karate in its 501st year. So he wants to use the skills that he's mastered, the skills of his culture, to show the progress. He doesn't want to adopt Retsu's culture and techniques to further his strength. He wants to use what he's already learned. I would gladly give my blood and my life for the art of karate, but it has to be karate and nothing else. I was this close in convincing you to take another path. I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Katsumi, at least let me help you improve in your 501st year. I can't accept my 501st year will be overshadowed, well, by the greatness of your 4,001st year. I will show you everything I know, and when we're done, the 501st year of karate will be the one that changed the course of history. So I think Retsu's saying that he's gonna dump the knowledge that he has, the 4,000 years of knowledge that he has, onto Retsu in Retsu's 501st year of karate. So he's saying that he will stack those knowledges, and that knowledge of this Chinese martial arts will become part of karate. I'm just assuming, but I think that's what he's saying in order to get Katsumi here to learn the techniques. Nothing to lose. Yes, master. Let's do it. The day that it absorbed 4,000 years of traditions and techniques of Chinese martial arts. This is karate on its legendary 501st year. The year that would change karate forever. Yeah, I think I was right. The world is about to witness that rascal Katsumi has changed for sure. An amazing change. Even Dopo is super fly with these shoes, man. Chapter 116, Self-Control. Super cool image of Pickle. It's really dark. I think that's why I like it. This Katsumi has really big forearms, like really big. Like Jack kinda, but Jack's torso is so much larger. Who is this? Young Baki. So you woke up back at home hard. The idiot stepped in carelessly, unprepared. He didn't consider the consequences of a battle of life and death. No wonder he made an ass of himself. The idiot had it coming and didn't even see it. Is he thinking about himself? And the nerve of coming to me so high and mighty, challenging me to an ultimate battle. To think I believed it for a second. So disappointed of the stupid mouse of a son that I have. In battle, he's not worth the taste of cheap syrup. It's because he's always letting his guard down, letting stuff surprise him. He always takes people for granted. I don't know. Come on, Yujiro, don't be so harsh. You're blowing this out of proportion. Baki changed his mind at the last moment and got a fast blow in a bad moment. He's still a good fighter. So this is the day that Tokugawa Mitsunari started finding good excuses for poor losers. You have gone soft, old man. Pulling all the strings for the kid, doing everything in your power to excuse his mistakes and losses. Worthless words coming out of scared, defeated monkeys. There is a world out there where such excuses don't mean a thing. How dare you going against everything you have learned about fighting in all these years? And on top of that, you expect me to believe such rabble? Are you insulting my intelligence, old man? Keep up with this BS and I will stomp on your skull until there's nothing more to stomp on. I am sorry. Anyway, old man, the runt still has the luck of the devil, don't you think? Meeting the strong beast for the first time and tasting his full strength. I'm sure that my boy won't sleep for many nights. My son, the wimp, screwed it again. He must be saying something like that. That's funny. That's very funny that he knew exactly what his father was thinking. Baki has to quit doing that, man. He went into that thinking Pickle was a victim. No, that dude is Pickle is something else. I want to be able to sleep for a little while. That strange guy, he showed me, see such innocence in his eyes, such curiosity. You can really see it. Like, I can't believe Itagaki Keisuke can portray such a thing in a still image. You can really see how infatuated he is with Baki or this world of grapplers and fighting. He gets really excited, and it baffles me that anybody can put that into like feeling from a single image. For someone that can't even talk, he expressed it so perfectly. Who he is and what he can do, I got the perfect idea. It was really beyond words. It took a single hit to make us best friends. Super cool. And I honestly believe that that's what they are. I think they're friends. In that little exchange, they understood each other. In that fist bump, they understood what each other was about. And then in that kick, Pickle like showed him like, yeah, we're gonna be cool, but don't underestimate me. Could I reach such a level? Could I surpass that level? It's broken ribs and whatnot. The level that I thought it was impossible to reach as I am now. With him, I can do it. Can you defeat this man? Pickle is cold. If I remember well, it was something like this. This is known as the match fist. The only technique of yours that left me astounded. The force that generates at 2 points on the big toe, it accelerates at the ankle, pumped into the knee. To improve the speed, it's accelerated again in the hip joint and lower back, again in the spinal cord, again in the shoulder and at the elbow, at the wrist, and finally at your fist. I saw you landing one perfectly on your battle against Hanayama. That's exactly what I thought he was talking about too. To be honest with you, you sent chills down my spine. It sent chills down my spine when he hit Hanayama, but it was also crazy to me because I don't think he beat Hanayama. During that fight, like Hanayama, something happened. He stopped for some reason. Hanayama stopped fighting Katsumi, and then Katsumi landed that hit, and Hanayama like fell unconscious while still standing. So I didn't want to give Katsumi that victory, but I guess they just, that's the punch they're talking about. That's why I dare to say that we surpassed the level you are now, almost 2,000 years ago. Although there was no lie in those words, the fact is we've only been on the demonstration phase, and even myself have had no real experience in actual combat. Even though I managed to land a few victories with some polished tactics, the difference in our raw strength is not the one that you saw in the result. The long-standing history of the Chinese martial arts, if there's someone alive that mastered all the techniques to a perfect level, probably that person has to be him, Katsumi. Wouldn't you like to try to improve these old skills, making them faster, even better than they are now? Devote yourself to mold these techniques to your natural potential. So they've been giving a lot of story into Katsumi, like through him battling with Doppo to get a chance to fight Pickle, to Yujiro insulting him. Like he's been insulted more than once in regards to Pickle. So I'm assuming since we keep coming back to Katsumi, and now that he's training, he keeps learning new techniques, that he's gonna eventually go up against Pickle and hopefully do some type of like hopefully he doesn't get crushed. That would be crazy though, if they did all this storytelling, all this development just to have Pickle rip him in half once he gets to that arena. That'd be crazy. Leave a comment below about what you thought about these couple chapters. Retsu training Katsumi. Is Katsumi about to learn anything from Kaku? Are they about to reach out to Kaku? Who's going to be next to fight Pickle? I super love that Baki said that him and Pickle became best friends. Like, that was crazy. The first thing I thought of was Step Brothers. Did we just become best friends? Yep, looking boy. But super cool. Like I said, a couple of chapters. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. If you have, thank you very much. Please check the link in the description for the next video. If you're a new subscriber, check the links in the description for the full playlist. You're more than welcome to catch up if you'd like. Please share with at least one friend. Let's try to continue growing the community. Check the link in the description for the next video. And as always, hit that thumbs up, and otaku for life.